I listened to the PDP chieftain, Otumba Shegun Showemi, and I was very displeased with a number of damaging information, that Rufai dished out to the public. Rufai was very wrong when he said that I was struggling to give figures on Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway cost. That is, very disrespectful. What Rufai is asking me to do is to give him cost per kilometer. And that is very unfortunate because he wants to learn engineering from the back door. What Rufai was saying was very inciting. And I think he's very good at doing this, and he should desist from that because it's actionable. Number one, the Section 1, the 30% component of it is, Naira denominated. The 70% is a loan component. And he knows that this loan component was put out to the public, by the developmental bank. The Dutch Bank put it out to the public, to financial institution. And he knows that this, subscription, it was oversubscribed by $100 million. Now, he took on me again on wing hopes. I'm sure that he had decided not to understand, the truth about it. Send it to, the attorney, Mr. Rufai, so that he can look at it. Minister, has Rufai gone there to see it? Minister,
Minister, would you
then lastly on this, yes.
I need a right of reply, because it's obvious you came for me today, my very good minister friend.
Rufai,
hang on a minute.
I'm still talking.
Hang on a minute.
To finish.
After you went to report me to, you can finish, but after you reported me to President Tinubu, you are on here with me again today, but it's fine. I will respond to you, Minister. Go ahead.
You were quoting Abati, am I on?
Go ahead, Minister. We can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. Yes. Now, the third one, Rufai became an attorney, darkening counsel without knowledge. She said, oh, there is a case in court. Yes. There were and there are still cases in court. She single-handedly on her own went to Federal High Court and instituted another case. That case is on. Probably that's what Rufai, SAN is quoting. If somebody sues you, Rufai, and says that, you passed, against the traffic, which you did sometime, you broke the law, and it does not mean that you are restricted unless the court evidently says so.
So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are empirical.
You are too small
Minister,
for me to report you to the president.
let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commissioner of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. When I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me only address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. Let me speak. You will not.
What your profession is.
You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right. So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taken. Let me finish.
I will keep quiet for you to damage information.
Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
And when the first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point...
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
You cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Umahi, Minister. I didn't know. So... Please,
I'm professor in practice.
In practice.
I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you ask.
If you will let me...
You have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask
questions. So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop,
okay.
you know...
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. The other 100 kilometers that you said they've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes, the case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you denied that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people call to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is not... Yes, you know, in certain cases in court, you say, you know, you do no case submission. Rufai does not know what he's talking. And I think he should come to learn, you know, one, how to talk. Number two, Mayo.
You answer the question. How have the loan been spent? What's the cost per kilometer of these new 100 kilometers? How much is it going to cost? And how has the cost been spent?
All right, Minister Umahi, you have the floor now to please respond to the questions that have been posed to you.
Okay. Number one. You know, this guy makes me, it makes me, to laugh, at a very high level of ignorance. I was in Edo State, and I said, listen, the president has directed, 100 kilometers of the coastal highway to pass through Edo State. And this man is asking me how much per kilometer. This 100 kilometers has not been designed. There has not been a soil report on it. And so why are you asking me, is it to name a child or to do a birthday for a child that is still in the belly of, a mother? That's what he said. So, and he's doing it, what is the cost per kilometer? What is the cost per kilometer? Listen, in this kind of project, you are not dealing with a cost per kilometer. You can't say this is an average cost per kilometer. So I'm teaching you English now. You can talk about an average cost per kilometer because every 1 kilometer is different in cost from the other kilometer. So you can talk about cost, average cost per kilometer. Now, Rufai, that project has not been designed. The soil report is not out. That process is ongoing. And when that is done, the ministry will do their own, evaluation. We now go to BPP and ask for selective tendering of the project. And when people have tendered, then we will now evaluate and send back to BPP. BPP will now evaluate and we send back to Federal Executive Council. It is at the end of Federal Executive Council approval that we'll be able to say this project is costing this amount and the average cost is this amount. Did I answer you?
What about the cost per kilometer of the one you have done thus far? Can you also tell us the details of the cost per kilometer? And the over 700 billion Dutch bank loan, can you also tell us more about that? Has that loan been used? What part of that loan have been used? And what are the terms of that loan?
Yes, these are elementary questions, and you know, it makes no sense. A process is ongoing, payments is being made, and you are saying, how has this money been utilized? The money is meant for the project, and the money will be paid according to work done. When a certificate is generated, and that certificate, you know, is approved, you know, through a process in Ministry of Works, and then it will be given to the funders, and the funders will come and they will check, is this work done? And if it is done, they will release the foreign component of that loan. That is the process. And if I have to continue to teach Rufai this profession, then there must be payment for it. You know, because it's darkening counsel without knowledge.
So the cost per kilometer of the work done thus far, Minister Umahi.
All right, Minister.
Cost per kilometer of the work done thus far.
This is elementary. How can you be asking for cost per kilometer in the process of construction? No, Mayo, hold on.
Okay.
Let me explain something to him.
We have very limited time, so I would like to interject here. When I ask my question, then you can marry all of them together, please. Thank you. And I just wanted to mention.
Explain.
No, you will explain, sir.
This man is usurping your time.
No. That's why I'm coming. I want to ask my question. Thank you so much. There are also questions around existing federal roads in Nigeria and the state of existing federal roads in Nigeria. So some of them have been tagged as death traps, and it would be great to hear your thoughts around the Lokoja, Okene, Okbela, Auchi, Ewu Expressway, for instance, the Ewu Uromi Agbo corridors. So these federal roads beyond the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, what are your plans in terms of maintenance, in terms of fixing, so that we don't lose Nigerians on these roads as a result of the state of them?
Thank you, Mayo. Can you? Yeah. Okay.
We can hear you.
This is a very, it's very good question, and it's very useful, and it's a question to help the country. Number one, we've been in office about 2 years plus, and every part of this country, the federal road is calling for attention. And the question is, will this road destroyed to this level just within the past 2 years that Mr. President came, you know, in office? Number two, where were all of us, you know, all these years that these roads were damaged to this level? And the man came on board divinely, and he had decided not to construct roads, but to build roads. This section 1 of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, there are a lot of people that want to come and give the whole money that was used in doing the project and take up the project and then toll it. So is it Abuja Kano, you know, project that is ongoing, about 725 billion. That project is ongoing, sections 1, 2, and 3. Is it the project Enugu to Onisha project? It's ongoing. Is it Port Harcourt to Enugu project? It's ongoing. Is it Sokoto, you know, to Zamfara, to Katsina and Kaduna? It's ongoing. So there is no section of the district, but it takes time.
Minister Umahi, yes. Very quickly, thank you so much. Is there a website or any platform that Nigerians can track the progress on roads and also report perhaps some of these, you know, because I recall that recently someone had made a video and you responded quite swiftly. Is there a platform that Nigerians can take pictures, eyewitness reports of bad roads or federal roads, and where they can also track these projects that you're talking about?
Mayo, yes, we have a website, and we have directed, you know, the governors of each state to deploy the state commissioners so that they will monitor what we are doing. And I have directed that in these major projects, we should list out major TV stations that will be able to go and be part of the operation. They will video the operation, they will video the method statement, and then deploy to the social media. So they can go to our website, and so we begin to download the operations to the distance, not only for the public to track the progress of works, but also to enable our young engineers to also learn. Those who may not be able to do the IT on site, they will also be able to learn. So these are ongoing. And we are starting a process that is going to outlive all of us. And that is by building a road that is properly constructed. And you can see it. When I said, you know, that the coastal route, you know, is so beautiful. And that, you know, if it's this beautiful, I don't know how the street of heaven will be like. And I expect my friend like Rufai not to, you know, defy the law, and so that he will make heaven alongside with us. You know.
Well, on that note,
You
on
have
that note,
not answered the cost per kilometer question. It's just a shame.
on that note,
Have a good 1 minute.
Abati, tell this man that, you know, cost per kilometer of road that the section completed, there's nothing like that. In the road project construction, you may finish a pavement, you have not done the drainage. You may finish drainage, you have not done the solar light. So there's nothing like cost per kilometer until it is fully finished before you can know. And the Rufai, the word is average cost, not cost per kilometer, average cost. Next time, try and use it.
If you truly love Peter Obi and you want to see him sworn in as the next president of Nigeria, not just getting a presidential candidate ticket or running an election and getting rigged out, you actually want to see him sworn in as the next president of Nigeria. And you actually love Nigeria so much that you want to see it work. The best gift that you can give to Peter Obi and to Nigeria is to force free and fair election on INEC, on Tinubu, on APC in 2027. That's the best gift. We're celebrating our Paper Independence Day. Paper independence. Why? Because are we really independent? Can we truly be said to be independent when we are a consumption economy? Peter Obi has said the correct answer. So long as we are a consumption economy, we are not independent. So as we are celebrating Independence Day today, happy 65th Paper Independence Day to Nigeria. Know it. Peter Obi is right. We need to move this country away from consumption to production. We can only be truly independent if we are a production economy. Right now, we're just consuming. And Tinubu is not helping us. He's taxing the hell out of us, only to spend it on consumption. It is not enough to run to. It is not even strategic to just rant. If you truly want Peter Obi sworn in as the next president and you want Nigeria to work, then the only way is to force free and fair elections on INEC. It is not even electoral reforms. Because right now, I don't even trust two things. One, that they will give us the electoral reforms. Because it doesn't look like we're pushing hard enough. And two, that even when by some stroke of luck or miracle, they give us anything that even resembles electoral reforms, I don't trust INEC under whoever Tinubu will appoint to play by the rules of that electoral reforms. I don't trust them. So the only way is to force free and fair election. And there is only one way to do that right now. Is for you to volunteer to be a polling unit marshal. That's the only way. Any other thing, we are wasting time. We are playing Tinubu's games of smokes and mirrors, distractions and divisions. The only thing that really will scare Tinubu, protests don't scare him. Do you think protests scare him? When he has the security agencies under his control? Do you think opposition and coalition scare him? When he has terrorized and scared all of them into decamping into the APC? Nothing scares him. The courts, when he has Wike who brags about having the courts under his control, when he is the incumbent, these things don't scare him. The only thing that will scare him is a people coalition, which can only happen with polling unit marshal, PU marshal. That's the only thing. Do you think revolution scares him? He is having a good laugh every time he sees Sowore with his talk about revolution. And trust me, I support what Sowore is doing. Even though I know it is not the solution, at least it is an act in a direction that may lead to a changed Nigeria. But it is actually playing Tinubu's games. He enjoys it when, instead of focusing on critical issues, we are discussing, Wike has exposed, Sowore has exposed Wike, and Wike is firing back and calling him, he's lucky, or Sowore has exposed Tinubu, he's calling him a criminal, and you are asking, is he not a criminal? You see, all of these things, as good as they sound, they are rantings. What results will they yield? Do you think that a Tinubu is afraid of it? In fact, I dare say, Tinubu wants Sowore to do what he's doing. He wants the coalition to do what they're doing. He wants us, the oppressed people of Nigeria, to do what we're doing. Just come on social media and rant. What he is really scared of, and he's succeeding at making us not do it, is to really organize. He is scared of PU marshal. He's afraid that if you will see the light, you who truly loves Nigeria, will see the light and volunteer, and we have a 600,000 strong army of PU marshals, it will be impossible for INEC to rig. This is the best gift you can give to Nigeria this Independence Day. 65 years of Nigeria, continuous slide into anarchy and poverty. We can stop it by doing the one thing that scares Tinubu the most. The one thing he doesn't want us to do. Organize behind PU marshal. That's the only way to force free and fair election. And free and fair election is the only way to fix this country. It's the only way credible people will make their way into Aso Rock and get sworn in. So why is everybody not talking about it? Is this the first time you're hearing about it? Why have you not subscribed? The link is there. votewatch.pro www.votewatch.pro. The link is in the description. Click on it. As you sign up to votewatch.pro, you are doing two things. You're signing up to an application that will guarantee free, fair, and credible elections. You're signing up to an application that will guarantee electronic real-time transmission of results from the polling units, electronic collation in real time, electronic display of the results in real time to the whole world to see, straight from the polling unit. That's what you're signing up for. Then two, you are signing up also to become a PU Marshal, which means you will be one of 600,000 persons at the polling unit that will drive the technology to guarantee real-time results, transmission, collation, and display. This is the only gift that we can give to Peter Obi that will matter. This is the only gift that we can give to Nigeria that will matter. You see, what happened with Mama P and Abure at the airport, as good as that may appear, what is the effect it has or will have on the elections of 2027? You think that an Abure has any shame that you will shame an Abure, or you will shame an Akpabio, you will shame a Wike, you will shame a Tinubu, a Tajuddin Abbas? You think these people have any shame? Think again. You have heard Tinubu say he has left social media for you, even though we know that is not true. He has his paid minions there, his paid rabble-rousers there, every day pumping propaganda. Propaganda about how they are ruling the country, propaganda about how to discredit Peter Obi, propaganda that we have busted. You have videos on them on this channel. It's there. On the other hand, you have an Akpabio saying, oh, you guys can go on and protest. He will be in his house. He will be eating rice and chicken. These people simply don't care. Am I saying we should stop? Not necessarily. I am calling for a smarter approach, and the only approach that will guarantee results in 2027. If you are obedient and you are a patriot, you are a Nigerian, whether you are living in Nigeria or abroad in the diaspora, this is the one solution that you must support. You must support it. If not, all of this rabble-rousing, all of this ranting, it will not work. We need the people handling this system to be changed. If not for anything, for us to send a message to them that the people have woken up. Because you have cynics, skeptics, doubting Thomases out there who say, what is the difference, or what is the guarantee that the people who will come to replace these ones will be different? There is no guarantee, but there is a probability, there is a chance that if we succeed to send these ones under Tinubu packing, not just Tinubu now, Tinubu, Akpabio, Tajuddin Abbas, the governors, every single one of them, if we succeed to send them packing and new people come, whether or not the people perform, it would have sent a message to them. We would have won the battle, if not the war. So it is important that we change these people. And the only part there, the only part, the road that will lead us to changing and removing these vampires out of power and getting people like Peter Obi into power is free and fair elections. And the only solution is Vote Watch combined with PU Marshal. Nigeria needs you to volunteer as a PU Marshal. Peter Obi needs you to volunteer as a PU Marshal. Now, what can you do to support PU Marshal and Vote Watch? All programs that are under a bigger project called Project Eagle. As you do whatever you want to do today for Nigeria, whether you're praying, whether you're celebrating, whether you're complaining, or whether you are ranting, I want to beg you, whatever you do, remember to take action to subscribe as a PU Marshal. Votewatch.pro. Remember that. We need to move this country from consumption to production. We need to make this country a country that respects the rule of law. We need to be a production economy. And the starting point is votewatch.pro. If you're still watching, thank you. It shows that you have a heart for this country. And I'd like to ask you, share this video. Talk to somebody, because we need to take the campaign off social media to the grassroots. And for that, we need ego, owo, kudi, ego, l'argent, pepe, whatever you want to call it. And there's also a means for you to contribute to this awareness campaign. It is all in votewatch.pro. Log on to the site, and then you will see a place to support free and fair elections. And we have built in so many things to encourage the average Nigerian. But we need to create that awareness, starting today, starting immediately. This is a solution that we should test in about a month's time in Anambra. I laugh at politicians, particularly those that want to be governor or the next governor of Anambra. You are not making arrangements to force free and fair election on Soludo, on INEC. You think it is by campaigning? No. The only chance that you have as an opposition candidate is free and fair election. It is free and fair election. I told one of our people, I said, look, Peter Obi doesn't need marketing. Peter Obi doesn't need publicity. Peter Obi doesn't need campaign anymore. Everybody in Nigeria knows Peter Obi. Forget all those packaging and all those propaganda that the North does not know Peter Obi. They do. It's just that the elections are not free and fair enough to inspire those Northerners to come out and vote. They are either threatened, intimidated, scared, or bought into silence. Peter Obi doesn't need any extra marketing. And I'm not saying that we should stop marketing him or doing campaigns for him. What Peter Obi needs right now is free and fair election. I'm not even afraid about political parties, whether he will get ticket or not. Whether this way or that way, he will get ticket. What I am concerned about is, will his votes be allowed to count to such an extent that he is sworn in as the next president of Nigeria? That is my concern. But I will not stop at just being concerned. I will take steps to solve that concern. And that is what votewatch.pro will do for him. If you have not joined this campaign, please join it. It is the only way. As you go about your normal businesses, activities for today, remember, if we don't do this for Nigeria, Nigeria will not die, but Nigeria will not live. It will just remain in its vegetable state. You know, people say, oh, Nigeria is gone, Nigeria is dead, we have a country, or we had a country. Look, Nigeria is gone, Nigeria is gone. They are still milking how? Somebody will still be mining and exploring her crude oil, and somebody will be stealing it, and whatever monies they make from it, somebody will still be looting it. So don't let us throw our hands in despair with the propaganda and the narratives that they are pushing out there. Don't let us do that. Let us focus on the root of the problem. We have leaders that are implementing policies that are inimical to the welfare and security of the average Nigerians. Full stop. Anybody comes to tell you that, oh, if they explain Nigeria to you the first time and you understand it, they didn't explain it properly, that is not true. Nigeria is actually very simple. We have a country where the leaders implement policies that are detrimental, right? That do not help the security and the welfare of the people. And they do it because they hope, they know, or they actually do get tiny peanuts when the actual benefactors or beneficiaries are the colo cabal. Let me not say the US or America, because it's not all US, it's not all America. It's just an elite group of people in the US-led West that are doing these things. They are the ones benefiting. They are the ones that want us to remain a consumption economy. They are the ones using tools like the IMF, the World Bank, the World Trade Organization, using tools like privatization, globalization, using those tools, monetary policies, to make sure they destroy our food self-sufficiency, our manufacturing self-sufficiency, our security self-sufficiency. They made sure they destroyed it, starting from 1983, when Buhari came into power. They made sure. They've been trying since 1960. They tried, and it was what led to our civil war. Many people don't realize this. They think it is our divisions. No, some people exploited our divisions to their benefit, and our leaders were not smart enough to realize that they were being used against their own country, and they thought they were fighting for their tribe, or fighting for their religion, or fighting for themselves, not knowing that they were just being used by this elite group of people in the US-led West. This is what led to it. And those that did not fall in line, they assassinated, or they removed through coup, or they destabilized their government, all so that they can destroy our manufacturing, our production self-sufficiency, our food self-sufficiency, our security self-sufficiency. They want to destroy it so that we can depend on them. Yet they say we are independent. This is where the problem lies. It's actually very simple. And the way to get out of it is to de-weaponize the democracy that they said they gave to us. They weaponized it by using it as a tool that can be manipulated to force these wicked leaders, that vampires that call themselves leaders, on us. But we can de-weaponize that democracy by ensuring that we force free and fair elections on them. Anything short on that, anything short of volunteering as a PU marshal, anything short of logging on to votewatch.pro is an invitation to more hardship, more sufferings for Nigeria. You may think you are exempt because some of you feel in not touch you now. Look, the earth rotates about its axis. And so some people have come out to say, what goes around comes around. It go touch you. If it not be today, but tomorrow certainly, your turn will come. Who would have thought that somebody like Malami would be experiencing what he's experiencing now? Or a Rocha Zokorocha, or a Rotimi Amici, or an El Rufai? Who would have thought? So all of those defending the rubbish under Tinubu, thinking that they can buy up as much houses as they can, store as much money as they can abroad, buy as much property as they can abroad, your turn will come. The only way to guarantee a secured future for our children and our children's children is to fix this country. It is not to jackpot. It is to fix this country. And the only way to fix this country is to force free and fair elections. And the only way to force free and fair elections on INEC and on Tinubu and on the elite group that forms the Kolo Cabal is votewatch.pro, which requires you to volunteer as a PU marshal. It is a totally and completely safe process. It's a smart thing to do, and it's a safe thing to do. It doesn't leave you or expose you to any risk of attack. It doesn't. Very safe. Because of the way the PU marshals will operate at the polling unit. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I wish you will catch the fire and be half or even a quarter as excited as I am to register as a PU marshal. Let's take back this country. Watch Peter Obi speak every time, and you will see somebody who is passionate about Nigeria every time. But the only way to help him is to volunteer and to donate. The Nigerian youths are distracted. The smokes and screens, the distractions and the divisions of the system that is in place politically, traditionally, or tribally, religiously, entertainment-wise, educationally, business-wise, media-wise, the systems that are in place, they have caught our youth, our citizens, in a web of smokes and mirrors, a web of distractions and divisions. And the people who put these systems in place, they spent money, they spent time, they spent energy to put the systems there. If we are going to counter the effect of these systems, we have to spend time, energy, and money. We have put in considerable time, energy, and money to come up with this app that will force free and fair elections on INEC. Considerable time, energy, and money. But we need a lot more to create an awareness campaign that will bring the 600,000 polling unit marshal to the app, to the technology, so that collectively we can scare the shit out of Tinubu and these backers, the cabal behind him, the colo cabal, not the local cabal now, the international cabal behind him. Yes, and take back the country. Many of you may not know that one of the reasons why Tinubu is not so moved, he's not afraid to rig. He's doing all of the things he's doing. And even when people come to argue that, oh, nobody can defeat Tinubu, it's not because they are thinking about free and fair elections. When anybody says, oh, Tinubu cannot be unseated, that he's an incumbent, they are saying it because, think about it. Is it because Tinubu trusts in a free and fair process? The same Tinubu that came to say power is not served a la carte? You have to grab it, snatch it, and run away with it. You think it's because he's looking to some free and fair election, to giving INEC under his appointee free hand to run? You think that is why? He's dependent on rigging. He's sure that his rigging machine will work without fail. But you see, we'll piss for the piston of that rigging machine. We go knock the engine. But another reason why he's confident is because he has international backers. The people that truly have the power to overthrow a government, to execute a coup, to rig elections or turn a blind eye when they rig elections. The people that developed the template to rig elections. The people that actually have the power, the wherewithal, the means to destabilize the government of any person. Those people are the colo cabal we're talking about. They are the ones that have the IMF and the World Bank under their palm and control. Those people are behind Tinubu. That's the main reason he's bold. But you see, both the colo cabal and Tinubu and his cohort, all of them, we the people of Nigeria can defeat them, and we will defeat them, but with only free and fair election, guaranteed by votewatch.pro and PU Marshal. Don't play with this solution. Please, I beg you. Happy independence to Nigeria, or happy dependence, whichever it is. Enjoy the rest of your day.